Hey Internet, this is Chaoko Cartoons bringing you a guide to play Diggy the Huskey, my first game. It was made on the Sploder engine, so I mean, it's not that really, it wasn't that really great of a game, cause, you know, it's not a really good engine. But I mean, you know, it was good for what it was. It's going to be remade later after Thread Time, I guess. And let's just go into it. Now, this first level, I hated this level. I had to edit out a bunch of my deaths here. And a lot of you guys said that this was the hardest level. And I didn't believe you guys, because when I was testing it, this level was easy for me. Like, this is the test level. So, I went back to this game about like 4 months later. And it's like, oh shit, this is really hard. Like, my god. And the platform's not made well. But, I mean, hey. So what you want to do is, of course, in this game, you can't jump on the enemy's heads like you normally would. You have to avoid everything. So it's basically the thing that kills you in this level is timing, because you can be crushed by the objects. Like even the lifts, you can be crushed by them. And most levels. Also, that helmet was solid. I could have fixed that, but I didn't when I was making the game. Alright, you dig down. Secret here, there's a little freaking helmet up there. If you want it. If you want to get perfect in this whole, you get all 5 helmets. Just brag about it, I guess. Or 5 hearts. Okay. This next level. Yo, funny thing, these first 2 levels were, again, not meant to be hard. And they were the beginning goals, which is why there's just like 1 level on the boss. So, like, freaking Jack over here, like, people have problems fighting him, and I'm just like, why? I didn't even have to edit this one. Like, I can see why it could be hard, because, you know, you want to know where it is, but, I mean, it's not that hard, guys. Just like, kind of spawn in camp, the red hammer. For some reason, in my playthrough, it just stuck to the right. It usually won't do this, it'll jump from left to right, right to left, and vice versa. But for my playthrough, I literally just had to sit there and follow the hammer. It's not that hard of a boss fight, though it looks kind of cool. Like, kind of just upstairs, I don't know. It was like the best looking boss, other than the last one, for Sploder. Like, I bet you, if there was a contest for it, this would be one of them. But, I mean, yeah, just for looks, not the actual bosses. This is really easy. Anyway, this level was actually kind of hard to program, because having Jack stay on the little, like, platform was pretty hard. Okay, anyway. So, funny fact about this place actually had Cheetah Kid, like, as a Easter egg here, but I already had a Cheetah Easter egg later, so I took him out. And it was a quick thing that you might miss. It was him falling from the trees and then landing behind the rock. And that's how you would see him. Like, if you just blinked, he would be gone. But, okay, so what you want to do in these later levels is there's usually someone you want to find who's, like, destroying, like, this ecosystem. Of course, you can't really tell here, it's just a lot of jackhammers and birds. But originally there were supposed to be buzzsaws that were, like, cutting the trees. But of course this is Sploder, and I had to do what I do to make the game. Wasn't really, I couldn't do it, okay? The point is, Chopper, the fox here, is trying to cut down all the trees, make landfills. Funny fact about this character, he is actually a friend of Diggy the Huskey. He's not really your enemy later on in the series, as I will later make games in the series, spoiler alert. But, yeah, he's not your enemy. He's actually Diggy's best friend, though he is kind of a jerk. So, I mean, if I wanted to explain the story, I could as to why you're fighting him in this. But, I mean, you know, he's smiling throughout the whole boss fight. You could assume he's just like, oh yeah, it was a fun fight. But, I mean, whatever. Anyway, this level had a lot of bugs. Like, this is one of my most problem levels. Like, cause at first, as in the first level, there was actually fall damage. Like, if you fell from too high, you would instantly die, or if you were crushed, you could die. In this level, I had to take that out, because from that platform up there, if you dropped down from there, you would die for some reason. I guess it was too far for Diggy to jump. And that was, yeah, that was really it. So I had to take that out. You could also get crushed by that thing while waiting for these little spiky things to move. So had that problem. This was basically just a throwaway platform challenge. Honestly, I stood there forever, but I mean, hey. This level actually is kind of hard if you're like not on your feet. Also, 5 hearts is perfect. That. Alright. This next level is, okay, Chopper. It's Chopper. Chopper the Wolfine. He was not a hard boss to program, but I had the most problems with him. He's like the hardest boss at first when I was making this game. And he might still be the hardest boss, because he just throws stuff at you, and it's just precise, dead on you. Or in fact, the birds are flying everywhere. Those actually weren't there originally. I threw them in to make it a little more challenging, because I was having too easy this time. Then it came too hard of a time. So, but like, yeah, honestly, you could just get lucky here, and stay, and time it right to where the bird's gone, so you can stay under him and just whack at him. That way all of his little platform would be deflated and he would fall, and you would just knock him out. Okay, there was some editing there, because I died in this level like twice, I think. But, another fun fact about this level, there's a typo in the, I don't know if I changed it because I didn't look, but Ruma originally was the character who made all the cement here stay here. But later on, when I wanted to make the story more deep, I made it so that she wasn't the one actually causing this. She was just trying to protect the forest from you. Because Diggy's wearing the hard hat and it's like you're working for Khan. Because of course, he knew that he had a job here before. It's a long story thing. Basically, I'm not gonna explain it. But, no, fuck it. I'm gonna explain it. So, Diggy and Ruma were childhood friends in the story that I will explain in the remake, but they were childhood friends, know that, and they fell in love eventually, and they're going to get married. So what Diggy was gonna do before he left the construction site was go off to go propose to Ruma, but fortunately he hadn't seen her like for a few years. And he didn't know what was going on. I don't know why she didn't send letters or something. I mean, I guess the paper's gone. I don't know. But, like, so the cat had contact for a while, but Diggy was just going, like, screw it, I'm gonna go marry her. So, he went over here, and it's all cement and stuff, so she assumes that he was the cause for this, because technically, he led, like, he led frickin' Khan, he let Khan, I don't remember my own character's name, to, like, come over here and see this place. So, yeah, there you go. He's a freaking evil guy. Made cement swamp forest. What do I keep saying forest? Anyway, this boss, also, one of the buggiest ones, also could be counted, if you know what you're doing, as one of the easiest ones. What you have to do is hit Ruma's clones as she's shooting her spirit energy at you. But really, the ones that you should really focus on are the ones on the 2 ones on the right corner. Because those ones spawn the most often, and they're the easiest to avoid, like, all the attacks and stuff. If you try too much to get the other ones, like, or just try to get the helmets in general, it will be very hard for you to win. Like, basically just focus on those 2 in the corner. So, okay, here's this level. This is actually part 2 now. I just jump cut that, see that? Editing. But, this is where I first introduced the actual floor and stuff, and actual backgrounds made of, sprites, instead of the flash animation kind of looking thing that Sploder offered. But it's kind of weird because, like, the first part was all flash-like, and this one's just like, all pixels everywhere. But, here's the problem with this level. Like, look at these little cracks. They're, like, as square as Diggy. So, this game, if you haven't seen it yet, has very bad hit detection because the sprite board is Diggy's hit range. So everywhere Diggy, like, the whole square where Diggy isn't, is also where Diggy can be hit. So, while trying to get into those things, you'll have like a 1% chance that you're gonna fit into those things. And then you can just jump out later. So it was really bad programming on my part to put those so close together. I just jumped onto the thing's head for no reason. Also, here's a secret that I made because I was just too annoyed with going through the level. if you I might do this later in this level, but if you saw that little explosive barrel there, if you have enough health, like you just have like 2 hearts or like 3 hearts, you can explode that barrel and destroy the little lift little things on the right, so you can just get that key without having the problem of going through the platform birds or whatever, as you'll see soon. Like, see this over here? Like, there's a whole like setup in there that you have to go through, but you can easily just break the wall and go through there. Also, if you notice that there is a little like black line above some of the sprites, that's because Sploder doesn't like small intricate sprite designs, I guess. Because like Diggy has that too. It's like as soon as I start making the sprites better, or like when the new update came out, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a thing for this. Like, all of a sudden, all the good sprites had these little lines above them. It's just like, you kind of take out the moves and this looks really good, and then all of a sudden there's a line above it. Like, why? But anyway, these clouds are what I'm most proud of, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it. The clouds and the birds. Because that's some good animation. Even though it's very simple animation, it's good animation nonetheless. And look at those birds, they look like they're actually birds. Also, another thing, that guy is actually an Easter egg. He comes up later, is sleeping, and he just disappears when you walk up to him. So he's kind of just a disappearing dog. Okay, this boss fight's not very hard at all. It looks like hell, but every bullet that you get hit by only takes away 1 penalty, and 3 penalties, penalties are blue things by the way, penalties takes away a heart, and I think I give you 4 hearts, or maybe I just threw the helmet there, I didn't pay attention. But, so every bullet takes away a penalty, and so what you want to do is like go on the lifts and avoid the bullets, and then the last one you just kind of gotta bum rush it, hopefully you have enough health. I don't know why I programmed this in the boss fight, I guess to just get rid of this guy. I don't remember his name because I'm a bad developer. You go up to him, just whack him, and you beat the boss. He wasn't that hard of a boss. It's a very creative boss, nonetheless. Not to be rated because, you know, whatever. Anyway, this is the first level where I actually had a lot of problems. Actually, not the first level that I had a lot of problems, but you know what I mean. And it's also the first level where there are the first enemies you could actually kill. So those hedgehogs are enemies that just shoot at you, kind of. And in some levels they take away penalties, in some levels they take away health. Most of the time they take away health, so watch out for that. But yeah, you could actually just jump on them, you just gotta avoid their spikes. Another thing with those yellow platforms, if you tried to cheat and jump on them from above, like a higher platform, you would, like, just fall to your death. It'll just break. So what you had to do was go from where I saw it showed, and, you know, that's it. That level was actually really hard, because those spikes will instantly kill you. Alright. This level was just me being creative, honestly. It's like you have to go find 5 switches, and are all placed around different areas. Unfortunately, they don't disappear after you got them, so if you don't remember, then yeah. Another thing about this just made Diggy look freaking crazy. It's like, oh, I came to this destroyed building, that's what the level was. And so I was like, oh, what do I do? Guess I gotta destroy it, make more life, it's just sitting here, so might as well just get rid of it, have more nature grow around it, you know? Have a landfill. And so, yeah. That's what you're doing in this level. You're blowing up a building. A destroyed building, nonetheless, but I mean... And clearly some work's being done on it, because there's platforms and stuff here, so why the big problem, Diggy? They're clearly working on it. They're working on rebuilding it, and you're just destroying it. But, yeah. This level is not that hard, honestly. There's not too many ways to die other than the spikes and the occasional enemies. But there's enough stuff to where you can survive. You can't get crushed in this level, as I demonstrated a little bit earlier in this level. So, yeah. This level will actually replace another level. I might release another Sploder game for Diggy, to where it's just all the levels I took out, because there was originally a sewer level in this game, but I took it out to put in this one, for whatever reason, because I just thought this was more creative. And the sewer was actually really hard to program. Anyway, this is do you see that cut? That was from me losing a bunch of times. This is the hardest boss in the entire game. It's I like how like all the like level 6 bosses are the hard bosses. Also, I just went flying there. I don't know why the game does that when the first bombs go off that the thing shoots. By the way, bombs only do penalty damage, so don't worry about the bombs in this level. They kind of push your freaking explosive barrels, which you need to push into this thing's heart when it explodes, and that's how you win. So yeah, you know, there you go. Get its heart. It doesn't seem that hard of a boss fight, but those rocks above that I put into the game, really hard to avoid. So it was really not that creative of a boss, other than, you know, the push the barrels into the heart. But it became one of the hardest bosses, and my god, no one's ever got to it, I think, except for me. But you'll experience it after this, because you're getting through this game. Alright, there's a bunch of Easter eggs here. See that poster there? That says 2 breeds live. And that's a Easter egg to 2 kinds live. And it's an Easter egg to 2 kinds live, so that's a real thing. It's an Easter egg to 2 kinds. And you know, that was the first webcomic I ever started reading. And you know, why not? Also, here's another really big Easter egg. Home pets. Which is an Easter egg to house pets. See, the bone is orange and the like fish is white. It like reverse the peanut and like grape tags. So it's very obvious what that's based off of. If you never like read House Pets, go read it. Like, by all means, it's a great webcomic. My favorite webcomic. Go do it. Like a little self-advertising right there. And not self-advertising, just advertising in general. Okay, be very careful in this level, because you only have 1 heart, but you have 5 penalties, and the lights give you penalties because you're not supposed to be seeing the city. You're wanted, I guess. So, also, I'm sorry, another Easter egg, Cheetah Kid poster, and you destroy it. Now, I thought that was pretty funny on my part. So, you also gotta avoid the little police guys down there, because they will freaking kill you instantly because they're looking for you. The little police jackhammers was pretty funny. So yeah, just avoid staying on the ground, avoid going on the ground and stuff. There's little cars there too, that's why that level took a long time to program. But, I mean, hey. See, now, here's the boss fight that gave me the most problems. I don't know why. Like, some of the most problems, I mean, not the most problems. I don't know why this boss fight was really freaking hard. Like, we will just shoot at you, and just shooting away, and there's this little, like, she makes clones of herself shooting you at the bottom. It should be easy, right? No, it's not. Also, it's someone coming in. Yay. But, yeah, sorry about that. The little brother there, shout out to my little brother. Yeah, so, in this one, Rue was trying to get rid of you because she found you in the city. She wanted to come after you and stuff, and this is like, Diggy's not trying to fight her. So what you do is, you know, you just kind of wait her out. And then you, later, when she's tired out, Diggy's trying to explain here. Let me explain to you. Okay, con plus money minus Diggy equals, you know, the swamp being messed up. Diggy plus Ruma equals getting rid of Con. Here's the funny thing. If you drag the Diggy head over to the fist, you instantly die. So basically, it's just her killing you or punching you in the face. This is all from Diggy's point of view. You're actually playing as, not Diggy's point of view, from Ruma's point of view. You're actually playing as Ruma here, deciding whether to join Diggy or not. What you're supposed to do is drag Diggy over to the thumbs up. That means, you know, where I'll go. Okay, that's the end of the second part. This is the third part. This level, not too hard? I don't know why I just lost 2 lives there. That happened for some reason. But, that bird would take way too long for you. Easter egg right there, if you get carried down by the balloon, you actually get a life, and then there's the dog that disappears, as I told you. I had a lot of problems with these balloons. It's very hard to get down there, so don't try to do that Easter egg. Just try to kill that guy and jump on the balloons. Again, had a lot of problems with the balloons because the bouncing physics is really hard to get past in this game. Not killing that guy will result in you having to avoid his spikes, so be careful of that. Jump on those balloons, yeah. You're trying to get rid of the power lights here, guys, by the way, if you haven't figured it out yet. I forgot to mention that. But, yeah, not too bad of a level, other than the fact that it's, you know, monotonous. This is, I don't know why I programmed this. you're basically controlling Diggy and Ruma on the same, like, control scheme. I just did a triple jump there. That's a secret you're not supposed to do. Like, you can apparently double jump with Floater, but don't do it in Diggy the Huskey. It breaks the game. But, it's too easy. But, yeah, you controlling Diggy and Ruma with the same controls, except you press space to shoot, as, it said in the intro. So, yeah, you're just trying to, what you want to do is block the enemies from going off screen, and the best way to do that is to jump on Diggy's head. But when you jump on Diggy's head, you can't get the little yellow jackhammer, so you gotta jump off Diggy's head, which means you have to make it so that Diggy runs fast enough for you to jump off. And it's not well. It's not good. It's not good. I don't know why I put this into the game. Like, I could have made it to where you control Ruma with the arrow keys or Diggy with the WASD, but no. One control thing. I thought it would be creative. It sucks. I never lost at this when I was recording this, but when I was first programming it, this level sucked really. Like, seriously, I hated it. I don't know why I kept it in. I could have put in another thing. Honestly, I could have done a lot with the whole street carnival thing, but no. I decided that it would be good to put that in. Anyway, this was a pretty fun boss fight to program. Not too long, but you basically have to move that little helmet over all the little pegs like Guitar Hero, which basically looks like you're dancing to the music, so the music is not timed to this. But I just, later in the remake it might be, or I might just change it. But hey, this is pretty creative for a floater boss battle. Anyway, yeah, so basically, you can just watch these guys go, like, dancing down there. But don't get too distracted, because you only have 50 chances, but those 50 chances can go fast. Or 50, I think it's 15, I don't remember. But, like, yeah, you have to get 100 of these little pegs, and it's kind of hard because, again, like everything else in the game, the helmet is very floaty to control. So, yeah, good luck with doing that. Yeah, it just straight floats, basically. So they're just dancing, this is all going on. I wish I had better music play this. I wish I could just play music in the background of this, but I mean, yeah. Why not? Why bother? So, just watching them dance, get all the pegs. Not too interesting little boss fights, just like, Anyway. Also, I just noticed, why is this level 9 difficulty, but the other one's level 10? This one should also be level 10, because this is a very hard game. Might be counted as a rage game if you want. Okay, this is the level where you play as Ruma and just break in through Khan's casino. And this level would be, it's really easy, but the problem with it is, you cannot shoot left easily, because this is the best I can do with the program. For some reason, when you shoot left, Ruma turns around, and it kind of just bounces off of her, I guess. That's the problem. Don't touch the lasers, by the way, so shooting back is the problem. Don't touch the lasers and stuff, they're solid, they hurt you, blah blah blah. That was a bird, don't know where it came from, probably Twitter. Now, here's another Easter egg for Cheetah Kids, the last Cheetah Kid Easter egg. If you like sit on that platform, we like dropped into this little area where, and like from here you can just go straight to the end of the level, which I will not demonstrate because something happened during the recording. So you ride over here, and then you hit that thing, and boom, Cheetah Kid symbol right there. It looks a lot different from the normal Cheetah Kid symbol, because that was the Cheetah Kid symbol when I was first making the game, and I had not released Cheetah Kid before that, so that's what it looked like before. And it's a pixelate too. So back here, this is how you get through the level normally. You ride those things over the lasers, you kill that bird, then you go down here, avoid the lasers again, just avoid them, Ruma, you gotta avoid them. And then you get the constant. See that little vent? That's where you destroy the thing. That's how you do it. That's how you'd come back up. Alright, now this level is really hard, just from falling, in fact. Like, I just did an edit right there. That was from, like, 7 deaths. But what you gotta do is get up to Khan's window. Like, Ruma's on the inside destroying everything. You're on the outside trying to get to Khan. And this part's a little, like, hard. You gotta really quickly run across here, jump with that platform. I mean, you can actually sit there, because you can, like, sit on the edge and you won't get hit. but also that timing of the platform is very annoying. So yeah, you also gotta avoid their little quills as you're riding on the thing by jumping. So yeah, be careful, be really careful not to fall here like I just did, because you'll fall back to the beginning of the level and have to do that whole part over again, which can be really hard, because there's a lot of things that can kill you in this level. Like, everything can kill you practically, except for well, that one can, because, you know, like, alright, going up there, blah blah blah, just jumping under that bird, jump under it, okay. Now, of course, there's a Chaoko poster there, again, if you want to do that Easter egg again, woo woo. Took a lot of time for me to draw that, actually, with the sprite, but I mean, hey. Kill that hedgehog, avoid that bird, and then kill that hedgehog, eventually, there you go. I don't know what that red light meant. I don't really know what it was. It was supposed to be another enemy type, I guess, but I guess I didn't, like, want to do it. Okay, see that time walker poster? Remember that. For future games, remember that. Remember that time walker poster. See, it's coming to stores soon. There's also a dog Easter egg over there on the left side that I didn't show you because I forgot about it until I just beat the level and I was like, oh shit, there's the Easter egg. But he'll disappear again and, you know, it's the thing. Okay. This is literally the hardest boss fight in the entire game. Now let me tell you why. I don't even have to show you on the video. So what happens is, Ruma's fighting Frou-Frou, which is, I keep forgetting his name, Jesus. Khan's assistant. And so she has a rocket launcher. And it's like, you know, you gotta avoid the rocket launcher. But she's not affected by it. She's not affected by your magic either. And neither are those things, because, you know, it's technology. And I think what it was is that she is an android, so you cannot hit her with magic. So what you have to do is blow up these little like energy cells. I think that's what they were. I don't remember. But you have to blow up the energy cells with her rockets. But they're kind of radioactive, so once you hit them, you also lose a life, which is very annoying because you will be hurt a lot in this boss fight. And those green little orbs there are like lost departed souls or whatever, and that's how you heal Ruma. I didn't bother making a sprite for them because, I don't know. Well, like, yeah, so you get those green orbs to stay alive, but they only come up after every, like, 60 seconds, and those missiles are shot every, like, 20, I think, or 15? Or maybe it's, like, 30, I don't know. But, yeah, and if you miss them, you're kind of fucked. Because, you know, you gotta avoid that thing, which hurts you. Then you have to hit those things, which also hurts you. So, while you're getting hit by both those things, you have to manage to keep your health up. See, if you run into a situation where you have 1 health, and you just do a double jump like I just did there, you have 1 health, but there's also 1 more thing left, which gets very hard to hit, so it's very annoying. Then you run into the problem of, like, waiting for health, and you might get hit after you get the health because the rocket. Okay, this is the last boss of the game. What happens here is, you finally face off against Khan. You broke through that window, as you can see. This place is very well drawn, in my opinion. I love this place. And this boss fight. Because it's just that, it had really cool music before, but I switched it for other music, which I don't mind because it switches when you get close to beating him, which I like. But, so, what happens is, you go to get rid of these buttons, and they're like a self-destruct thing. So you're pressing those buttons, trying to avoid Khan's little machine up there. Kind of like Eggman, when you think about it. But, yeah. Destroy those buttons, or press the buttons, I mean, Jesus Christ. You press the buttons, and then, yeah. Someone coming in? Oh, hey, I'm doing a recording. Anyway, shout out to my sister. And, what you do is, you just press the buttons and avoid, why do so many people come to my room? Anyway, yeah, you avoid the button, you press the buttons, get the thing, yeah, I don't know what to say much about this. Or the fact that Khan is kind of annoying to avoid because he's got electrical things at the bottom, and he's got, like, penalizing, like, shots at the top. So what happens is you stay above him, but then you get hit by his shot, so you're like, oh, I gotta stay below him, where you're trying to hit the button below him, and he just swoops down. He follows you, by the way. He follows your exact movements. So you'll go down, then he'll go down, and then he'll hit you with electricity, and it'll like take away a big chunk of your life. So that's a problem. It's kind of a hard boss fight just to endure. Other than that, it's not that bad, because you can really do this in one go. I just took 2 goes because I messed up at the very end, and he hit me one too many times. You gotta watch out for your penalty though, because you might forget about it, and all of a sudden you get hit by those little electric things, and like, you're dead. But, yeah. So, the helmets will come up after, like, 2 rows have gone. They just kind of pop out of the ground. I thought that was kind of cute. And then you get them to stay alive, you know. There's a lot, actually, before this last boss that was cut out because, you know, it's floater, you can't really explain anything. Khan really isn't that bad of a dude. Like, honestly, he's not that bad of a guy. He is only trying to constructionize the world, or, like, you know, make city, like, more city life, like, because he thinks it's more orderly. And he's just trying to, like, keep everyone happy by having city life. And no one really likes to just survive in the wilderness, and that's where all the, like, animals come from. They made, like, civilization. So, Khan thought to make a city, and he thought to make a city everywhere so everyone would stop suffering, though it is hurting the animals who are still in the wildlife, like, lives. So, Diggy's just like, no. And Ruma's just like, you gotta get rid of him because he's messing up my swamp. And, you know, the animals and shit. So yeah, that's the whole point of him. It'll be explained better in the remake. Anyway, this is the part where Diggy is injured, and you are just trying to get out of the building in time before you burn alive. So everything's on fire. That friggin' slopsy on the left there, that thing was, like, fuming. It has, like, fire coming all over it. And Ruma actually did all the damage here, is why the flowers are blue and green. So yeah, Ruma practically killed you here, though she is trying to get you out, as you see doing. Another Easter egg here that you might miss: the disappearing dog was actually right under you, so he teleports right before you land on him. And you know, there you go. And there's sometimes he'll turn around, like, just to look back, and I thought that was pretty weird. I don't know why he does that. And you have to keep jumping to keep him going. Now here's the end. And that's the end of the game. You beat Diggy the Huskey at this point. And it's just showing that Ruma and Diggy are together again because, you know, you saved the swamp and the fish are alright back there. They're just having, like, a gale time. And that's really it. If you'd like to play the game, please click the annotation at the end of the video. You'll be taken straight there. I hope you enjoyed the game. There will be a remake of the game. And because, you know, this one wasn't that great. See, those little heart points are at 100 because it's love, whatever. And, yeah, that's the see if you want to see me play more games. Please comment in the thing below. Do not like or subscribe. I mean, you don't really need to. If you just want to see me play this game. Alright. And this is the end of the video. Click the annotation. See you later.